right, coming up next, what should be a good lightweight clash between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor. Well, a special feel in this arena tonight for more reasons than one, but of course the centerpiece is the former two-division UFC champion, the future Hall of Famer Conor McGregor, returning to the proving ground here tonight. He fought 3 times in 2016, just once in 2018. Everybody's excited to see what version of Conor McGregor shows up here tonight.
There are more Irish flags in the building than you'll find anywhere in the United States of America, and it's all for the notorious one. Conor McGregor has taken his country, put it on his back, and rode it to superstardom. He is a fantastic fighter, has really good takedown defense, which allows him to keep the fights on the feet where guys are always in danger. You're constantly in danger whenever you're fighting Conor McGregor, because the moment you attack, that counter left hand is like a piston, and he can shut your lights out with one strike.
Yeah, that McGregor counter left hand, truly one of the best weapons in mixed martial arts today. A master when it comes to movement and distance management. And also just rising to the occasion, right? When all eyeballs are on him, and you've experienced this as well, the ability on fight night to shine.
All the distractions, Conor is able to shut him out, and he goes into the octagon, is focused, and always gets the job done.
All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, the inimitable Khabib Nurmagomedov, and this guy makes his way to the octagon, DC. You run out of time setting up everything he's accomplished, but he always puts that status as an undefeated fighter and UFC champion on the line. He will do so again here tonight.
The moment he walked in the AKA, you understood that there was something special about Nurmagomedov. He was a guy that was always listening, although he spoke no English. He was always listening and paying attention to try to learn and how to improve himself. And the moment he stepped foot in the gym, he was just open to each and every lesson, and now it's showing over the course of his UFC career. He was undefeated going into the UFC, and he has only built on that and become a champion, one of the most well-rounded fighters in all of the UFC.
You know, your college wrestling teammates have told me when you showed up at Oklahoma State, you didn't speak English either.
No, I didn't. It was all Southern Creole accent. It was all, hey, my boy.
Right. Well, your English is now very proper, and so is Khabib's, and he's back on the proving ground here tonight, again, trying to prove himself as one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters on this UFC roster.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, the notorious Conor McGregor! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage. You ready? You ready? All right, so the rematch is upon us. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. Gotta think both sides might change some things up here in advance of this second.
You have to make adjustments if you're going to be successful in a rematch. No 2 fights are the same, so you have to approach it as if you guys have never fought before. I know the Nurmagomedov camp has made adjustments.
Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC.
Nice.
Straight right hand now, just misses. That's a pretty good right hand there by your teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov, DC.
You're so worried about the wrestling that when the hands come, you're not expecting it. Khabib lands early and he lands often.
Oh, and there he goes working off that jab again. How's your jab?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab. But you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch, and the first one you learn is a jab.
Right.
And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
All right, he lands a hook there, DC. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
When you throw a hook, it can go around the guard of your opponent.
Nurmagomedov, his strike attempt there is blocked. Lands a right hand upstairs. So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Conor McGregor. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good. I mean, he's cutting him down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Nurmagomedov. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. All right, so there he goes, continuing to land that jab. When they put this highlight together, it's just going to be one head snapping back.
It's going to be boxers going back and watching this guy and going, wow, this is what a jab is supposed to look like.
Under a minute to go. 45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, that's a nice strike there by Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Khabib Nurmagomedov is not only a wrestler, he's a full-on mixed martial artist now, and it showed in that exchange. Big kick.
And he landed a nice hook shot there, DC.
He landed the hook exactly where he needed it to be, and threw it with ill intent.
Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, round two is now upon us. Pretty competitive first 5 minutes, I thought.
It's exactly what we expected. We expected when we saw this on the match sheet that these two guys were evenly matched. Let's see who really takes control as we go into the second round.
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Nice punch by Nurmagomedov. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
36 total strikes have landed for Conor McGregor. And landing half the shots tonight, 50% the accuracy rate against Khabib Nurmagomedov. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Nurmagomedov's kick, that one blocked. Visibly limping here. Just missing on the high kick there. Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Just misses with the straight right. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Well, eventually, you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly doing a nice job on the defensive end this one.
They talk about the feeling out process. He's getting his opponent's timing. Now he's blocking everything. Expect counters as we go forward.
head kick.
Oh.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Blocks the shot.
It's such a fast leg kick.
Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by McGregor. Final seconds here. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so there's the end of the round. The cut on his lip is only getting worse. We've kept an eye on it tonight. The cut man is going to have to do some work here to try to prevent that from becoming more of a factor here in this next round. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
All right, the action continues here and now as our next round gets underway. The previous round won't be confused for a round of the year, but pretty good action.
It was a pretty good round. Not every round is going to have you standing up out of your seat. You understand that you are watching the highest level of fighting in the entire world in the UFC.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Oh, that's a good knee to the body there by Conor. That kick blocked by Nurmagomedov. So we call on the numbers here, DC. 55 total strikes have found the mark for Conor McGregor, and striking at a 45% clip tonight against Khabib Nurmagomedov. Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Just over 3 minutes now. Gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has been hurt very badly again.
Out of range with that kick attempt. Shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
All right, we send it inside for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 43 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because it's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check is going to be carried to the club tonight.